Thank you for joining the Football Sage. Scott Ryan here. Well, it was a great day for football. I mean, it couldn't have been a better ending, a storybook ending, to see the New England Patriots get violated in their own home stadium. First of all, I want to say I caught Shannon Sharp at the end lambasting Bill Belichick, as Bill Belichick refused to, or declined to be interviewed after the game. And Shannon Sharp said that Bill Belichick certainly makes it easy to root against New England, and talked about how all these other coaches come out after they lose in a championship game and gracefully or do an interview and speak to the fans. And Sharp eloquently said, "You can't be a poor sport all of the time. That is unacceptable," end quote. I want to say congratulations, Shannon Sharp. You're a class act. I am neither a Patriots fan or a Baltimore fan. I'm from Pittsburgh, and I have no dog in this race, although I do like Jim Harbaugh. So I'll be pulling for the 49ers. Nevertheless, one thing I'll tell you that I've learned being a football fan here in South Florida, what makes South Florida unique is there's a fan base for every single team. You go to a large popular sports bar with 150 TVs and you're going to see groups of fans. And I'll tell you, for years I've gone out because I don't like any of the, I'm not a Dolphins fan and I live in South Florida, so I'd always have to go out and watch the games. And I got a taste, a flavor for all the fans, and I've really developed a great deal of enmity for the New England Patriots. The number one reason for their obnoxious fan base, being at the sports bars where all the fans are there. The New England Patriot fans are by far the most obnoxious, odious, distasteful fans out of all of them. I mean, more drunken, arrogant people, just like the team itself, and that says a lot. And I find it ironic that they call it the New England Patriots. It's a misnomer, if anything. This couldn't have happened to a better team. But it is a absolute misnomer to call these people the Patriots. They ought to change the name of the team to the New England Marxists, because that would be 100% accurate. This is the state that gave us the drunken murderer Ted Kennedy, the late Ted Kennedy, and Barney Frank. It's kind of fascinating when you analyze it. I mean, you look at Bill Belichick, the coach of the team, and Tom Brady. They're a couple miserable bastards. They don't like to come out and do interviews. They're cocky. They're poor sports. They're sore losers. We've established that, as Shannon Sharp said. And couple that with the fact that Bill Belichick not only is a miserable bastard and a poor sport, but he's also a confirmed, essentially convicted cheater, because he was reprimanded and fined for cheating. The New England Patriots have cheated. They are poor sports. They are the worst example of sportsmanship in the NFL. Essentially, when we look back at the New England Patriots and Tom Brady's record, I think above all we should remember that they were sore losers and cheaters, and essentially amount to the Lance Armstrong of the NFL. And it's very much like the state itself. When you look at it's no coincidence that there's such similarities between the football team, between the drunken, obnoxious bastards at the sports bars who are delegates or ambassadors for their teams, and you look at the disgraces. I mean, these people, they vote for these swindlers, these scoundrels. People like Ted Kennedy, a murderer, got away with murder. He's a drunken murderer. Google Ted Kennedy and Chris Dodd. Google Kennedy Dodd sandwich. You'll see what kind of scumbags these people are. And this is common knowledge. People have known that he's a murderer, a drunk, was a sexual pervert, and then people like Barney Frank. These are swindlers. And then they just elected that that lying whore to the Senate who lied. I can't even remember her name, and if I did, I wouldn't even dignify her by using her name. But these people, this state, they ought to be embarrassed. They knowingly elected this scoundrel woman who lied repeatedly, saying that checking off the box on her job applications, claiming to be a Native American. And not only is it despicable that she lied about it, and she did it throughout her career, the bigger disgrace are the people of New England who voted for her, the people of Massachusetts who voted for her over Scott Brown. We're talking about a perverse state, a perverse region, who are singularly responsible for defecating in the well of liberty. They are the reason why our country is falling apart. Because these people are so sick in the head, so obstinate, so perverse. You can't maintain freedom when you have that kind of depravity and idiocy in one state, represented in a federalist system, who have how many seats in the Congress because of their concentrated population. They are the reason America is failing. So congratulations, New England. Chew on that. Simply put, the Patriots are who we thought they were, to quote Dennis Green. Thank you for joining me. I'm Scott Ryan.